Okay. Montel Willis writes, question, can men and women truly be friends, or does sex always get in the way? Why is it always a pissing contest? Can men and women truly be friends? First off, the answer is absolutely men and women can be friends. Now, can former couples who are in relationship shift their relationship from romantic to something else? I think so under a few circumstances. First and foremost is that they each have contained their sexual desire for one another. In other words, they have contained it. They are not covertly or subconsciously seeking sex with the other person, number one. Number two, I think it's very important not to engage in a lot of emotional conversations with one another. What happens with emotional conversations is something called emotional sex. And since I previously referenced my ex-girlfriend, I want to talk about her. She wrote a book. Dr. Sherry Myers wrote a book called Chatting or Cheating, Chatting or Cheating. And one of the things she discusses is something called emotional sex. So if two people are friends and they're talking on an emotional level on a regular basis, that creates emotional sex, not intercourse sex, but a intimate relationship with someone, and it makes it very difficult to actually be open to emotional conversations with your partner if you're filtering a lot of your emotional conversation with this friend or ex-lover. So, one, there's no sexual desire between the two of you, and two, there's no frequent emotional conversations. Then to that extent, the conversations tend to be more surface level. And I'm okay with friendships on a surface level. When I say I'm okay with that, I mean everybody should do what they want. But I'm here to say, for example, with my ex, Sherry, and there's a picture of her right there. I'll show that on Instagram right there. That's a picture of her. She's gorgeous. I'm here to say that when we split up, one of the things we agreed was we were going to discontinue a lot of emotional conversations with one another because that would lead to emotional sex. In other words, emotional conversations are very intimate conversations that can heighten our sexuality for another person. And then once our sexuality gets triggered, we want to have sex with the person, then it's no longer friendship, it's no longer platonic. So that's my approach to that question. Can men and women be friends? Yes, they can be. I have lots of female friends, and some of them are ex-lovers. And it's with the understanding that we do not desire each other sexually anymore, and that we do not engage in incessant emotional or intimate conversations with one another. And I think that's a more healthier way to approach it. All right. Montel, thank you so much. Great question.